God loved the world so much that he gave his only Son. And in Advent, we have the opportunity to spend time to marvel over that gift. In the Christmas preface, we hear that the invisible God becomes visible in Jesus, and we're caught up in the wonder of that. The sacred texts open our ears. When we look back over the centuries, we hear the great promises of God, promises of happiness that God makes to his people down through the centuries. And then in the scriptures that the Church prescribes for Advent, we actually experience Jesus coming towards us to heal us, to forgive us, to comfort us, to strengthen us, to liberate us. So in a nutshell, we can say that we experience that Jesus never gives up on us. But if we are to absorb this great mystery, we must sit with it. We must make space in ourselves and in our busy lives to let the wonder of God's love come in on us. The trials and the sufferings of life often do that for us. They make space in us because in our need we turn to Jesus, our healer. John of the Cross, his feast day occurs in Advent. He's the great Carmelite mystic, and he has a lot to teach us about how we can make space for God in our lives. John and all the Carmelite saints had a great respect for the dignity of the human person, made in God's image and likeness. John never tires of telling us that if we think we are searching for God, God is even more so searching for us. And John has a little Advent poem. We sing it during Advent in our monastery, and it's called The Wayfaring Virgin. The wayfaring virgin, word in her womb, comes walking your way. Haven't you room for our Virgin and Mother? Haven't you room? When Bethlehem's coldness bids her depart, oh, say to the Virgin, come to my heart. With your heavenly burden, come to my heart. The Word was made flesh in Mary's womb, and the Word was made flesh in John of the Cross's life. And of course, the challenge for you and for me is, can God's Word become flesh in our lives? Can the love of God take root in us, so much so that God's love will flow out from us to other people and overcome the darkness of our times? And I wish you, and the wish I have for myself, is that the joy of God's love for each one of us will come home to us in a new way this Advent.